everyone, and welcome to Storm News. I'm Natalie Rusiana.
And I'm Jorge Mazariegos. Today is September 23rd, 2024.
On today's news, we talk about fire safety, the presidential election, the Elgin Farmers Market, pediatric cancer, and a grant for U46.
As well as your local weather and sports, all right here.
Storm News starts now. The South Elgin Fire Department came to talk about fire safety here at South Elgin High School.
Yes, and I had the opportunity to talk to the battalion chief.
Let's go check it out.
This past Friday, the South Elgin Fire Department hosted a fire extinguisher safety demonstration for the students here at South Elgin High School, teaching them about fire safety and how to use a fire extinguisher properly in the case of a fire. They allowed students to use the fire extinguisher in a controlled testing environment to give them a more realistic scenario on how to properly handle one if needed. Bill Eckleys, the South Elgin Fire Department Battalion Chief, helped lead the instructions and believes it is very important to teach young teenagers the importance of fire safety and knowing how to handle active fire protection equipment if necessary.
It's extremely important that kids know where fire extinguishers are at first and foremost. Hopefully they have them in their homes, and then from there, how to use them in case of an emergency and when not to use them in case the fire is too large as well.
Bill says that going in person is better when learning how to use a fire extinguisher. However, if one does not have access to these lessons, there are videos online made by professionals where one can be taught on how to use a fire extinguisher or any type of fire protection equipment. Bill feels that prevention is the most important part of fire safety.
Prevention, if we can prevent the fire due to education, safety controls and so forth, and there's never a fire, then that's the first step and so forth.
The battalion chief says paying attention to the task at hand and following simple steps like regularly maintaining the safety equipment like extinguishers, sprinklers, and alarms can play a huge role in helping one be prepared in the case of a fire. The chief believes that everyone should be educated in fire safety. If you would like to learn more or get in contact with the South Elgin Fire Department, you can visit them at their headquarters at 1090 West Spring Street or give them a call at 847-741-2141. For Storm News, I'm Jorge Mazariegos.
Make sure you're always ready. And speaking of being prepared, just like fire safety, be prepared because this coming fall are the presidential elections. Tim Addison with more.
With the 2024 election coming up, many people are interested in participating in voting in the 2024 presidential election, but a lot of new voters are confused on how to register to vote. And although a previous voter drive has passed, there will be another one coming up in March. In order to be able to vote, you must be 18 years or older on or before election date and must be a U.S. citizen and must have 2 forms of ID. If you have an econ or civics class, you might have already gotten an email about it. Next, head to your nearby election office, register via email, or go to vote.gov in order to be able to register online. But how does your vote affect the election? Well, Mr. Gola claims that young voters are some of the most important people in the elections.
Your vote matters. Often in elections, the turnout amongst young people can be the deciding factor in who wins. So you should be engaged.
Remember, your vote matters, so if you are able to vote, do it. For Storm News, I'm Timothy Assen.
Thank you, Tim.
In other news, I had the opportunity to learn more about what the community is doing to spread awareness about pediatric cancer.
Wow, that sounds pretty awesome. Well, let's check it out.
September is the month of pediatric cancer awareness. Pediatric cancer is what they call children 0 to 14 years old diagnosed with any type of cancer. Advocacy organizations, health institutions, families, and even patients raise awareness of childhood cancer to fundraise money for research to save children's lives. A fitness studio called 180 Redfit in Bartlett is participating in ways to raise awareness and help this cause. They're having a class dedicated to donations towards a local charity called Cal's Angels on September 22nd.
And so for the donation class, it's a partner workout, so members can either bring other members or their family in. It's a $15 donation. All of the proceeds are going to Cal's Angels.
Not only is there a charity class, but they are also having a general fundraiser all month.
We're also holding overall donations, and we're turning it into a competition called Torture the Coach. So for every single dollar donated will be a burpee so that the members can kind of get back at the coaches for training them for so long.
People from ages 14 and over can participate in the class with a member or even just donate for the cause. Pediatric cancer is serious. No matter how big or small donations are, they always make a huge difference in children's and families' lives. If you are able, it is always encouraged to donate to the cause. I'm Natalie Rusiana for Storm News. Speaking of community, the Elgin Farmers Market is making big moves downtown. Let's go to Kathy with more.
Every Friday, the City of Elgin hosts a farmers market to sell produce, food, and even advertise businesses. The farmers market is a good opportunity for people to find small businesses that might interest them. Many people go around the market looking for different activities and eating different foods. Tommy Evans, the owner of School of Rock, a business that was being advertised, says that it's a great opportunity for people to join a sense of community and meet new people.
In a sense of community, you meet a lot of friends, there's a lot of encouragement and confidence building.
If you want to find more information about the farmers market, visit www.downtownelgin.com. Stop by and visit some of the vendors over the next few weeks. For Storm News, I'm Kathy Payares.
That sounds like something really fun to do on the weekend, especially when the weather is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of weather, Samantha Drew has more on this week's weather. Sam?
Thank you. Monday is a high of 74 with a low of 56 and scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. Tuesday has a high of 73 and a low of 54 with thunderstorms again. Wednesday is a high of 75 with a low of 52 and partial clouds all day.
Thank you, Sam. One thing I really like to do with weather like that is play sports. And Kathy Payares has more on sports this week. Kathy?
This past homecoming week, there was 2 rivalry games versus the Bartlett Hawks. Girls volleyball managed a sweep, and the boys varsity soccer team was sadly defeated. The homecoming game was Friday night, and wow, what an amazing experience. Currently, the boys golf team is at conference. Make sure to wish them luck.
Thank you, Kathy. U46 not only has great sports and athletics, but also amazing autos and mechanics programs. And recently, U46 was given a grant for just that. Joy Vallis has more on the story.
Good morning and welcome to South Elgin. I am so happy.
The trades often get overlooked, but not in the last few months in District U46. Just last Thursday, a huge grant was announced at South Elgin High School that will benefit our automotive and heavy machinery students in every way throughout the district. This grant is also helping connect big businesses in the field to our high schools. U46 Superintendent Dr. Suzanne Johnson said that it's going to give our students a direct linkage between their coursework here in U46 and career opportunities outside of the district, like for internships or on-site visits. Now, grants like this don't happen overnight, so who helped push this forward on Capitol Hill?
Oh, I just helped support the application, which was done by, school district, along with companies, along with labor unions to ask for this money. And so I was just a small part, but I helped to support it.
Thank you to Congressman Krishnamurthy for his hard work and all of the businesses and school district officials that helped get this grant passed. This is Joey Vallis for Storm News.
Thank you, Joey. That's such an awesome thing for the school. I can't wait to see how that develops.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that concludes this edition of Storm News. I'm Jorge Mazariegos.
And I'm Natalie Rusiana.
From all of us here at Storm News, have a great week.